Hi everybody, welcome to 5 Minute Ministries. And we're continuing on with our Little Sins series. Today we're talking about favoritism. Now, favoritism is the practice of giving unfair preferential treatment to one person or group at the expense of another. And we see, especially in our day and age, that happens all the time. And it can be a big problem. I want to talk about how it's a problem a little later, but I want to talk about first how we show favoritism. Well, let's start in the area of children, especially our own. We will give more attention to a specific child, or we give more gifts, or we give more fulfilled requests, or sometimes we discipline that child less because we favor that child over the others. And as we all know, when you show favoritism to one child, it builds resentment in the others, and it builds a superiority complex in the one that is favored. You can look at the story of Isaac and Rebekah and their treatment of Jacob and Esau as an example of that. We can show favoritism in the area of social status. If someone's wealthy, we will favor that person. Sometimes it's a lack of wealth. The lack of wealth is the ones we favor. Sometimes it's a matter of race. We'll take one race over the other, and we all know that is a big thing, especially today. We favor a religion over another, or give preferential treatment because of what a person believes as compared to another. This also works in the area of gender identity and sexual orientation, sexual preferences, whatever it may be. We can and do show favoritism toward or against those types of groups. And of course, we show favoritism based on appearance. Now, how a person looks will gravitate toward that look as compared to other looks. Sometimes we show favoritism because of the opportunity or self-advancement we can gain from it. Now, we can show favoritism at work, with our friends at work. Now, we will, like in a position of mine where I'm an inspector, I can let some things slide with people I associate with and am friends with, and then be really hard on the ones that I don't care for as much. Now, I don't do that, and I'm not supposed to, but it's an example. We show favoritism with the bosses who treat us well. We'll work really hard for this boss, but not for that one because that one doesn't treat us as well. And even as a boss, bosses have their favorite employees and have the ones they really don't like at all, and they can show favoritism in that way. And we can even see favoritism in the church. Sometimes the church will cater to the unsaved and neglecting the ones who are saved. Or the opposite is true. They will cater to God's people and completely ignore the unsaved. We will cater to the spiritually mature. We'll help them out over somebody who isn't quite there yet. Or, of course, we'll help the ones who aren't there yet, who are struggling in their faith, who are new at this, and neglect the mature because, quote, they should know better. So why is this a sin? It's a sin because, according to James 2:4, it comes with evil motives. When we show favoritism, there's a reason behind it, and we don't have anybody's good intentions besides our own. And it causes division. Of course it causes division. When you, as I mentioned earlier, when you favor a group or a person, it builds resentment in others. Reference 1 Corinthians 1:10 and Genesis 3:37, 3-4 for that. So, what do we do about it? First of all, we remember that God does not show partiality, and we are to be like him. Galatians 3:27-28 and Joshua 5:13-14. Treat everyone as your favorite, or love each one as an individual. Either way works. You're supposed to treat everybody well, regardless of how they treat you. Treat others the way you want to be treated, as God has said. And of course, don't judge a book by its cover. 1 Samuel 16:6-7. Just because a person looks decent and you want to favor them doesn't mean you should. Again, if you're doing that, you're only doing it for your benefit and not for the benefit of anyone else. So keep these things in mind when you relate to people, because it's very important how you relate to people. This has been 5 Minute Ministries, and I'll see you next time.